Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Very Biased Opinions, and today, live in the flesh, Ian and Thomas are together. But let's get this started. My name's Tom, I'm a Man United supporter, and this is Ian.
And I'm not a Man United supporter, and today, Premier League predictions! Okay, so welcome back to Very Biased Opinions. We are on week number 36 in the Premier League, which means there's just a couple of weeks to go. But we don't just do the Premier League. We have still got an Oxford game to do, and we have a mystery game as well. But before we get into all of that, Thomas, can you do a bit of housekeeping?
Please have a look below. We've time-stamped every match, so you don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to. We also have all of our social media clips, as I think are probably above my head as well right now, so please have a click, have a like, have a share. We are at 564 subscribers as I speak. Please push us higher. We love you. We need the attention. If not, we will wither and die. And without further ado, our Gilding Lily, Ian, lead me into Friday night.
Okay, Friday night, Tom, we kick off with your favourite team, Liverpool versus Huddersfield Town.
This is kind of going to be a cricket score. I don't think I need to give time to either of these sides, but Liverpool have been immense this season. Huddersfield are the second worst team to ever grace the Premier League. 4-0 to Liverpool.
I hate to say this, but any score can be a cricket score. Because you can just start, like, what? So when you said cricket score, I thought you were going to say, like, 256 to 7.
I don't even know why I turn up to these anymore.
Anyway, I'm gilding the lily here. Liverpool have been incredible this season, and you just can't see them losing this game. It's only going to be one winner. I'll go one less, so 3-0.
Brilliant. Right, our next match, Saturday, early match, Tottenham Hotspur host West Ham United.
Yeah.
Good game.
This should be a good game, yeah. Tottenham narrowly got past Brighton in their last match, although Brighton did just do the classic part of the bus. It nearly worked for them. Yeah. They've been pretty good in their new stadium. I think they've won every game there so far, so I will say Tottenham will win this again. I think third place is going to be nailed on for them. 2-1 Tottenham win.
I'm going to go a little bit rogue on this. I'm going to go 3-1. They just look good going forward, and Son seems to be relishing being by himself up front.
Why is that rogue?
Because Spurs has scored 3 goals.
Okay. It's really off the beaten path. How are you going to get back into this?
Well, with a 3-1 Spurs victory. Also, should we just do this now?
Yeah.
Right, currently it's 16-13, but Ian is leading by a country mile in the midweek round, so it could be sewn up. This round could not even count, and dinner at McDonald's.
I think we might put another couple of ones in place to give you a chance to catch up again.
He hates winning. Like, literally, he would throw any game.
For the millions and millions of fans that want to see you do a roaring comeback, we need to put these in place, including FA Cup final, Champions League final. We've still got a few more.
Champions League finals don't count. We both know that.
But maybe we could do them so they could.
Ian, lead us into the
Alright, sorry. Crystal Palace versus Everton.
I mean, Palace, wow. They officially can't win at home, but they can't stop winning away. Zaha had a hell of a game, but Mustafi just gave it to him. Just literally kept
and they even let
giving it to him.
Benteke score.
Everton trounced Man United. It was painful to watch as a United supporter, but if you're an Everton fan or a fan of football and not Man United, wow, good day. I see Everton winning this. Palace are terrible at home.
Yeah.
I got Everton winning 2-0.
I really struggled with this one again as well. Palace beat Arsenal, but are usually bad at home. Everton hammered Man United, sorry to say, but then lose to Fulham in the game before that, just out of nowhere. Let's split the difference, 1-1 draw.
Fair play. Next match, Fulham versus Cardiff City.
So this is a must-win game for Cardiff. They really, like with Brighton picking up even just the 1 point they picked up recently, you do feel like the gap is starting to get a little bit too much. But I can't see them winning it. I just see Fulham having this pretty good end to the season, and I'm going to say I think they might win this one. I'm going to go 2-1.
I'm going to have to copy in and go 2-1. Cardiff are 4 points off. They've made a real good run of it. They've had some really bad luck. But at the end of the day, I think Brighton have the better squad overall. Yeah. And I think it's going to play out. And I think Fulham, Scott Parker and Fulham seem to have kind of turned a bit of a corner now, where they've realised it doesn't matter and they can play football.
That's it, isn't it? The shackles are just off for them. They don't care. They do care, but they play with the freedom they wouldn't have played with if they're still in a dogfight. Okay.
So, next match.
Southampton versus Bournemouth.
So, my boys just keep trying to blow it. They keep trying to have poor performance. Eddie Howe is starting to get a little bit stressed out, but it doesn't matter. They're safe. Southampton are garbage. useless, a dumpster fire. I've got Bournemouth drawing 1-1 with Southampton because they're just in need of a result.
How can you keep saying that they're rubbish when you know that they're not, and you know that I'm a massive fan of King Ralph that has changed Southampton from being a side certain to go down to being a side that might have gone down?
That'll go down next year.
That's huge change.
They're West Brom.
And I think that, I called it correctly in the last one. They were good enough to get a point against Watford. He's done well for me so far.
So what are you going with?
I'm going to go with another point in this one, 1-1.
Oh, so you're copying my prediction.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad we went through all that to get there.
Well, people like to know about King Ralph.
In the next match, Watford host Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Replay of the FA Cup semi-final. I'm going to go Watford home win. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Watford win. Boring game.
I think I'm just going to go differently and go with 2-1 Wolverhampton, but both of these teams are a bit mercurial, a bit enigmatic, and
it's a coin flip. It is a coin flip in this one. Evening game. What a cracker to have live on BT Sport. Brighton versus Newcastle.
Seem to be a lot of these late games at the end of the season are mildly garbage teams. Congratulations to Newcastle. They look like they're overhauled last year's point tally, having looked relegation fodder for most of the
Again, you look back
season.
at the first 10 games, I don't think they won a game for the first 10 games.
They were terrible.
All the points they've accrued have been after like 25, 20 odd games. It's even more incredible.
Brighton are just a total shit show. But they seem to have gotten a bit of solidity to them. Newcastle aren't great away from home, generally speaking. I'm going to go with another 1-1 draw.
I worry about Brighton for next season. I know that's an easy thing to say, but they've just gone so negative, and they've almost lost all any thought about attacking a game now. It is literally just, we are trying to get a point, we're trying to shut a team out and get it. I hope they don't carry that over into next season. I have a funny feeling they will, and if they do, I can see Chris Hughton getting
10 games.
Yeah. I see this one being... I'm picking so many draws. I don't think this one's going to be good at all. I'm going 0-0.
That's fair play. I think we are getting to that point in the season. I think we learned that a couple of weeks back when we kept picking winners and every side was drawing.
Unlike last weekend, there was just hardly any goals.
Yeah. That was... So, leading into Sunday, the early match at 12 o'clock, Leicester City host Arsenal.
I know what you're going to say about Arsenal, them being a dumpster fire away, and you're probably going to go on a long tangent, like I never do. So I'm just going to say, I think Arsenal will win this game. I have no reason why, but I think they will, and they'll win 2-1.
2-1 to Leicester City. Jamie Vardy scoring again for the 8th time under Brendan Rodgers.
Will Mustafi get Arsenal's goal?
If you count own goals, yes.
One in both ends.
Honestly, Mustafi is just a giant waste of space, but I don't need to go into Arsenal. I do it every week. They're a dumpster fire. Leicester 2-1, Vardy scoring.
Burnley versus Manchester City.
City 4-0.
Yeah, it's hard to see it. Hard to see City slipping up like Liverpool. Can easily see both of them winning out to the rest of the end of the season. I don't think they'll win 4-0. 2-0.
I'm going to change mine to 3-0. I went rogue.
Okay, you can do that. But let's not talk about that anymore, because it's time for the main event.
6th place, Manchester United hosting Chelsea Professional Football Club.
Lead us in, Thomas.
Just God knows what's going to happen in the City United match.
We are filming this before the game. It's taking place in about half an hour.
If I was a Man United fan, the worst thing on earth would be Liverpool winning a title, so I probably wouldn't be sad when City win. I'm probably with a lot of fans, and there are probably a lot of people making fun of me. But I don't really care. This has draw written all over it. Chelsea have kind of come back from the edge, but they're missing Hudson-Odoi now. Man United are... It's just years of poor decision making. It's just years of it. I'm done with it. I'm bored.
Oh dear. It's
like 1-1 draw.
It's like a deflated balloon. All the air's just come out. So you've got Liverpool and City who are going tooth and nail trying to win the league, and it seems like you've got Man United, Arsenal and Chelsea doing their best to make a balls up of 4th place. It's like they don't want it. They're all just, no one seems to want to cement that place. It's got to the point now with Man United where like these little funny things I was saying to get a rise out of you against Solskjaer just aren't funny anymore. So they're not in a good place. Neither are Chelsea. I thought this one's going to be a draw for a while. What did you say again?
Well,
I'll just go a bit more than that, 2-2. No reason why.
Now, Ian, let's go to a happier place. There's a team in the League One who are the second highest point takers of the last 2 months. Lead me into the 3 o'clock match on Saturday.
Oxford United versus Doncaster Rovers.
So, just as a little bit of random background, this would have been big had Coventry managed to beat Portsmouth.
Yeah.
But they blew a 1-0 lead into a 2-1 loss. Doncaster looked pretty certain to get a playoff place. But Oxford are on form. Gives a little bit of background before your prediction.
Yeah, well, you said it right. I mean, just to say about Doncaster, they could have cemented their playoff place and they lost yesterday to Accrington at home. So it is still a little bit in the balance. I think you've got Peterborough, not Coventry, the team up behind them. Yeah, I think Coventry was maybe a little bit too back with that defeat to Pompey. Yeah. Oxford have been absolutely crazy form, just a complete reverse of like the first 11 games where they only had like 5 points. They've had like 8 wins, 2 draws and 1 defeat in this recent span of 11 games, including the last 2 games where they went down to 10 men and still won the game. Gavin White hat-trick in the last one. I must say, the Charlton Athletic game was one of the best games I've ever been to in a long time. Again, the jokes I was saying about Carl Robinson being a savant, they're not funny anymore because he's actually doing a pretty good job at the moment. I think Oxford are going to carry this on and I think they're going to win this by 2-1.
Just for the sake of being different, Doncaster 2, Oxford United.
Pick them to win! You never pick them to win!
Because I got burned so many times at the beginning of the
did.
year. We kept being like, they're definitely going to come back from this run.
They've turned the corner.
For 6 months, they just blew it.
Try supporting them. I've been on depression pills.
I tried working for him. That wasn't very good.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, so for today's bonus round, we're going to go into the depths of English football where clubs and dreams go to die. One of the worst places on earth. We're going to go to the Sunderland versus Portsmouth match.
What are you fucking talking about? You tell me, these 2 clubs, they've never been higher, they've never been better than where they are right now.
This is honestly a Premiership match from 2008.
You're talking
or 5.
You're talking a generation ago that these sides were in the Premier League.
Yeah.
It's a long time. But
feels that way.
Not
as well.
Surprisingly, both of these sides are pushing for promotion at the top of League One. Sunderland have done their best to fuck up their promotion bid all the way through. Pompey have been pretty consistent and have really been on a tear of late. They're the only team that's above Oxford in the form table.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining the atmosphere is going to be incredible up there. They're going to take thousands.
Oh, yeah.
You know it's going to be close to a full house, which in the 3rd tier of a league is insane.
18,000 fans at the Pompey Cup game.
Also, these 2 broke the record in the Checker Trade final for for that competition at Wembley, where Portsmouth did win on a shootout. I see Pompey winning this one as well. I see them going there with a lot of fire, and I see them winning this one 2-0.
I'm going to go with 2-1. I watched Pompey. They've got a lot of belief. Sunderland are attempting as quickly as possible to
make stupid mistakes. So many times they've been winning and they let in late goals.
There's something as well, like watching Pompey this weekend, and just one of the first times I got to see them. They were garbage in the first half and okay in the second half, but they never stopped trying, and they had this sort of resilience that they knew they could play better football and they were trying to play it. Sunderland know they can play better football and try not to do it. And
there's also that kind of thing with Sunderland of the fans have been through so much crap, they're expected to romp this league.
Yeah.
You get that thing where the players are a bit nerdy.
Yeah. But that's that, Ian. We need to go, but we're together again. Be happy for us. Click, like, subscribe, watch us, and we will see you next week.